Hey, Zudoragi here. Today, as you can see, I'll be taking a look at the proper Combiner Wars Blast Off. The reason I didn't look at him with the Bruticus video is because I don't use this one with Bruticus, I use it with a different combiner. So to start things off, size compared to a soda can, he's a Deluxe Class Jet. His colors are the Blast Off colors. A sort of chocolatey brown, a very pale lavender, purple, a gunmetal gray, and a little bit of silver, and then a tiny bit of yellow that isn't really too visible in this mode. View from above and below. Didn't really do a whole lot in this mode. You do have the landing gear. You can have up or down. That part just doesn't like to stay in place. And of course he does have accessories. He has his pistol, which can go in either of these ports on the underside of the wing. And he has his hand-foot gun, which can go into one of those ports as well. Unfortunately, both of those look absolutely ridiculous. As usual, I'll go into all the transformations, leg, arm, and then robot. So to start things off, leg mode. Fold up the landing gear, take the nose cone section, bring it back, and then these tabs will rest into those cavities right there. Fold up the tail fin, bring the elevators out to the side. I'm going to detach the front part, the leg panels, which is often harder than it needs to be. Turn the head around, and then take the combiner joint, flip that around, close the legs back up, and then bring the wings in so that they sit against the body. Take the hand-foot gun, flip out the heel, plug it in down here, and there you have Combiner Wars Blast Off in leg mode. Now we move on to arm mode. Starts off the same, fold up the landing gear, bring the nose cone into that little cavity, get the wings out of the way, it makes things a little bit easier. Take his arms and just bring them out to the side for now. Take the elevators and the tail wing. Now, take the rear half of the vehicle and detach it from the main part. Detach the fronts of the legs from the main body, and just bring all that down. And there are tabs here, slots here, and they will interlock with tabs here and slots right there. If you have everything lined up properly. So then bring the wings back the rest of the way, bring the arms up all the way, turn the arms so that the gun is on the inside, bring them down and they will just sort of sit against the back. Do the same thing here, bring the shoulder all the way up, bring the arm down like that. Rotate the forearm so it's facing forward. Bring out the combiner joint. Take the hand-foot gun. Bring out the fingers. Get the thumb out of the way. Bring down the palm. And put the thumb in place. And then just attach it right here. There you have Combiner Wars Blast Off in arm mode. And now finally to robot mode. Flip the landing gear. Get the nose cone into place, bring the wings back just a bit, bring the arms out to the side, fold up the tail wing and elevators, separate the back part of the jet from the rest, extend all that down after you attach it from the front. Go ahead and split all this. Doing it now is easier than doing it later, even when it isn't exactly easy to begin with. Good grief. And then just interlock the tabs and slots. Bring the arms back, bring the wings back all the way. Bring down the arms. Turn the head around. And there you have the Combiner Wars Blast Off in robot mode. Here's his size compared to a soda can. Standard deluxe class size. Colors are virtually the same. Quite a bit of purple, chocolatey brown, silver, lilac for some reason, the dark gunmetal gray, and a little bit of yellow. View from above and below. His posability is okay. His head can move up about pretty far on that ball joint. Can't really move down that much. Can go all the way around. Arms can go out to the side that far at the shoulder, and if you use that transformation joint, you can get them to go all the way up. Arms can go all the way around. You have a swivel just above the elbow, along with a softly ratcheted elbow that can bend just shy of 90 degrees. You have a waist swivel which can go all the way around. The legs can move out to the side that far, forward that far, and back that far. You have a swivel just below the hip, although it is fairly tight and doesn't like to move backwards very well, and a decent bend at the knee. Nothing at the feet. So posability is the standard Combiner Wars posability because this is one of the two standard Combiner Wars figures that got, or molds that got used about 11 billion times is what I'm trying to say. It's hot in here. Of course, he has his gun. You can just plug it into his hand. Yep. If I can get it to line up. Unfortunately, it's fairly loose. Doesn't take much to move it around. One thing I like is you can actually store it on his back because that port on the wing is still accessible. So you can just plug that in there, which I like quite a lot as I drop it. And of course, if you want, he can wield his hand-foot gun. Just that post there goes into the port in his hand. Maybe. There we go. And it looks ridiculous. And again, if you want, you can store that on the back. But again, it looks rather ridiculous, so I usually just keep it in a Ziploc. And yeah, that's about it. Not a whole lot going on with this guy. He's just a deluxe class combiner figure. Well, until next time, bye-bye.